Hi everyone, Amy here from Amy's Planner and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day. We're going to do some crafting today. So I'm going to show you my, what's the word I'm looking for? Prototype. So what we're going to be making, what I'm going to show you, what we're going to work on together is a cool flip out pocket, which also is a divider in my personal rings. So let me just grab it out and I'll show you. So it kind of does a handful of things. And it's my prototype because it's not quite the right size. It actually is a bit wide. The first time I made this, I was using just a normal paper template, like a, not template, folder, which are a little bit narrow, more narrow than the ones you can get from Officeworks that are all pretty. But anyway, so just, it's a divider, and it's got two pockets and one side is trimmed so you can open and close it without opening your rings. So that's what we're going to make. We're going to use this gorgeous, what is this? Document wallet from Officeworks. I think it's going to look really good in my planner. Like those colors look really good together. And also double-sided tape, template so I can make sure I've got the right height, paper trimmer, pen, scoring tool, scissors. Do I need anything else? I think that's everything. Hopefully that's everything. Otherwise I'm going to be stopping halfway through to find stuff. But yeah, so first thing. I need to trim this down a little bit because it is too wide. And that's what I found when I made this one, that it's actually just a little bit too wide for the planner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down by about 1 centimetre. So really not that much. Is this going to fit? Oh, it is. Good. So really, if that's my line, like I only want to trim it a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. Not even 1 centimetre, half a centimetre. Just to have a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more space. Not, hang on, that's not right. I want to make less space. Gosh. So, whoopsie daisy, put that in the bin. Now I know that this bit's got a little cutout, so I actually want to make that my folding side so it's trimmed. So if I do it this way, just so I don't really care how wide it is, I just want to make sure it's the right height. So I'm just going to use a pen, draw a line, cut it in half. So really the most basic of craft skills needed for this one, to be honest. Ta-da! Okay, so now it's the right height. Now we're going to make it into a pocket. So to do that, open it up and then fold into the middle. Like that. Grabbing your scoring tool. Is that got a name? Like I know it's a scoring tool if I want to score something. But has it got like a creasing name or something? And then same on this side. So it doesn't bother me that there's a little bit, like there's a little cutout at the top on this side, because we're going to get rid of that in a second anyway. So there we go. It's a pocket. It's just narrower than the other, which is good. I want it to be wider than my normal inserts because I want it to be a divider, but I don't want it so wide that it's hanging out the side. So it is just narrower, which is going to be enough to make it that little bit more easy for me, I suppose. Now I need to go this way. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some pockets. And I need to work out where I want my pockets to sort of start and end. What do I do for this one? Because these ones are pretty good actually. That side's probably better. All right, so let's go from about here to there. Yeah. Now, there's probably a really like clever, easy way of doing this that isn't like randomly guessing, but I'm of the randomly guessing craft movement. So this is the way that I like to do it. Line everything up to there. Perfect. And then get my angle right, like that. Yep. And just grabbing out my scissors. Where have I put my scissors now? There they are. Just to do this last little bit so there isn't any like little cuts anywhere. One side. Sometimes it cuts all the way through and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it like scores it. Whoopsies. All right. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so there we are. We've got our pockets cut like that, and then it'll close like this. Now I know it says Otto on it, as in that's the Officeworks brand. That doesn't bother me. If it did bother you, you might put a sticker there, or maybe cover something on the back, or I don't know how you would, like you could put a tab here or there to make it a little bit more like this is where this is. But it doesn't actually bother me all that much. Like it's not, like it's just there. Okay, so let's stick these pockets down. I'm using double-sided tape because I find it is easier. You could use glue tape, you could use glue. What other adhesives could you? You could pretty much use any adhesive that you wanted. All right, so double-sided tape is on, and I'm just going to flick it off and stick down my pockets. Now, the reason I'm using these document wallets or document folders from Officeworks is I was in there the other day, just, you know, having a wander around because that's what I do for fun. And they were like 29 cents each or something, or maybe they were something. They were really cheap. They were less than 50 cents. And I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. But then I'm also like, well, I don't know if I have anything that I would want to use them for, because like they're not big enough for some of my scrapbooking papers, and I couldn't really think of anything I wanted to use them for except for the fact they were so pretty and I really wanted them, because sometimes my impulse control is not great. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do something different. So I had seen a tutorial on this ages and ages ago, and I couldn't find it. So if you know who did the tutorial, could you let me know so I can, you know, credit them for my inspiration. But yeah, I had a couple of old just normal card ones left over from when I changed jobs, because I used them heaps in my old job and I don't use them as much now in my new job. And I practiced and came up with this. So I certainly did not invent these or anything like it, but I, you know, didn't really have much, like I was inspired rather than had one like a copy. Whoops. Now I'm using my single hole punch. This one's from Daiso, because my normal We Are Memory Keepers one isn't strong enough to go through 2 layers of cardboard. All right, holes in. Now what I'm going to do, you don't have to do this, but I don't like opening and closing the rings on my planner all the time, especially if I want something out of like a folder. I'm just going to cut some little, just little tiny little triangles, just so I can sort of pull open and close my divider. So really quick and simple, nothing fancy. I'm just going to quickly do that. Over trimmed that edge a little bit. That's all right. And there is that. Let me grab out my planner. Let's put her in. Let's put her in at the end of March. Yeah, just before April. All right. I really think that's a great pattern for this planner. So yeah, really simple. If I want something out of it, I can just gently pull it open and it's there. Yeah, it probably puts a little bit of pressure on this, but I don't really mind. And I'm not going to be doing that as often. It's just sort of to keep some things in there safe. If you wanted to, you could put holes on the other side, so you could do the same thing, so it wouldn't really matter where it is. Or you could just do that. And yeah, so that's what it looks like when it's in. It does hang over a little bit, but I wanted it to do that because I want it to be a divider as well as a pocket and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there we go. There it is. It's done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As she struggles to open this again without tearing it, I might make some of those little gaps a bit bigger. Yeah, it's very sweet, and you just put stuff in there like that. So yeah, very cool. And it keeps it nice and safe. So that's all the good things about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for other things. If I know you like my crafting stuff, I will do more crafting. If you're not a big fan of it, can you let me know? I don't want to, bore you with stuff you're not interested in. You can find me over on Instagram at @Amy'sPlanner, and I hope you all have a magnificent day. Bye.